Hello learners, welcome to our today lesson. Today we are going to look at grammar, and this grammar is the advanced one, especially for the Form 3s and Form 4s. And here we are going to deal with the conditional clauses. Learners, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to define a conditional clause, identify 4 main types of conditionals, use conditional clauses correctly in your speech and writing. Learners, what is a conditional clause? Conditional clause is a sentence that expresses a condition and its results. It usually has 2 parts, and the first part is the condition and the second part is the result. And we have different subordinating conjunctions which are used to introduce these clauses. So we have like unless, until, so long as, provided that, and if. But in this lesson, we are going to focus on the if clause, whereby in a sentence like if you work hard, you will succeed. We are going to have the if clause, that is the condition, and then the result will be the main clause. So the if clause is a condition and it will be a subordinating clause, but the other one it will be main clause or independent clause. Learners, let us look at the types of conditional clauses. And in English, we have 4 main types of conditional clauses. Let's look at each one carefully. Number 1, we have the zero conditional, whose structure is if plus present simple, then present simple. For example, in a sentence, if water boils, it turns into steam. So we can even see the sentence as taking the above structure. You have if, we have boils, which is in present simple, then we have present simple in the word turns. Then you have another one here. If you mix blue and yellow, you'll get green. You can see it has taken the above structure. And the usage of this zero conditional, we use it to express facts, general truths, and scientific laws. First conditional is another type of conditional clauses. So here is its structure: if plus present simple, then will plus base of the verb. For example, you can have, if it rains, I will stay at home. So you can see the structure: if plus present simple, whereby we see rains, then there will be will, and we have stay, which is the base form of the main verbs to stay. Then we have another sentence here: if you study hard, you'll pass the exam. You can use this one to do what? For real, to talk about real possible situation in the future. You have the third one, whereby it is the second conditional structure. The structure is here, whereby we have if, past simple, then would plus base form of the verb. For example, if I were rich, I would buy a car. Another sentence: if she studied harder, she will pass her exams. Usage is used for imaginary and unlikely situations. And the examples have been given there. You have the third conditional, whose structure is if plus past perfect, then would have, then past participle. Example in a sentence: if I had known, I would have helped you. So you can see just taking the structure of if, then past perfect expressed by had known, then we have would have, then we have the past participle of the base form, and that is had, and it becomes had. If they had left earlier, they would have got the bus. Is another example here. Then its usage. Third, conditional clauses are used for imaginary situations in the past, that is, things that did not happen. Here we have the summary, whereby we have the type on the conditional structure, conditional, then we have structure, example, and use. So learners, you take time, you can even pause, and then you look at each other carefully, and we move to the practice time. By here, learners, I have given you some sentences here which are incomplete, and you're supposed to complete them. So you can even pause, you do the exercise, then we move to the next slide, whereby you have answers and discussion, and these are the possible answers. So you can see whether you have gotten them correctly or wrong. Number one, if I see him, I will tell him to call you, and if I were the president, I would fight corruption. That is number two. Number three, if it rains tomorrow, we will stay indoors. Next one, if she had studied, she would have passed her exam. Then you have conclusion, learners. That brings us to the end of today's lesson on conditional clauses. Remember, a conditional sentence refers to express what might happen, could have happened, or always happens, depending on certain conditions. In our next lesson, learners, we look at how conditional clauses can be combined with modal verbs like might, could, and should. Until then, keep practicing, stay curious, and see you in the next class. Goodbye.